was just 13 years old when he started getting involved with gangs. In the mid-1960s, he became one of the youngest chiefs of Chicago's Vice Lord Nation. Recently, I went to his Austin neighborhood to learn more about gang activity in Chicago. What did it mean to be in a gang back then?
Well, it was pretty much like a camaraderie, you know, it's like a camaraderie, like a brotherhood.
Like a family?
Yeah, like for example, some of the young ladies that we went to school with would have problems, say, with a guy. We would be there like her big brother. Or if a guy in the neighborhood was having problems with someone outside the neighborhood, we would be there trying to negotiate it first.
Benny was in and out of prison many times. He even spent time on death row after being involved in the riots at Pontiac Prison. So when you got out of jail in the 90s and saw how the gangs had changed, did you ever imagine that the gangs would get to the point they are now?
No, I couldn't imagine that. Like the vice lord I was is not the vice lords of the day. Now that accountability is gone. You know, everybody afraid of going to the federal system. They're cracking down on crime harder. And then poverty, every man for himself now. You know, ain't no unity there. You know, there wasn't no drug structure when I was in it. You know, when I got out of it, they were just starting to get into the drugs. I never sold a bag of dope in my life.
So this is your dad's house?
Yeah.
Want to sit on the stoop? Now, Benny devotes his life to teaching kids the realities of gang activities and is one of Chicago's most prominent mentors for those who are struggling to stay out of trouble.
I try to tell them the horrors of it that come with it. Once you claim that, you automatically become the enemy of the police, the enemy of the community, and the enemy of some opposition. If I tell a young guy that he needs to get out that gang, gangs is bad, and he's part of a gang, he'll feel like I'm saying he's bad, something wrong. So I don't take that approach.
What can the city do to make people in neighborhoods that are vulnerable feel safer?
It's got to come from the community. I mean, because the people who I'm afraid of in the community is another member of the community. So that relationship has to change. We got to change our relationship with one another. And it's going to take some young person today. Like when Martin Luther King, he was a young person. Fred Hampton was a young person. It's going to take some young person, fresh out of college or out of high school, to start talking to their peers.